Hello and welcome to court. We are on day, I don't honestly know, of our sewing marathon. I'm working on 2 looks using Ankara fabric for myself and for the baby, and in this video you will see the one that I'm working on for the baby. Just like usual, this is going to be a vlog, so let's go check it out. Right now we have a lot of projects going on. Dionysus is working on a look for himself and the baby. I'm working on a completely different thing that is going to take a while to get through. It requires a lot of hand sewing and tacking things on. But let me show you what we're working on today. If you were on our live a while back, you've already seen a preview of this outfit. And if you are a Ko-fi member, you've definitely seen a full preview of this outfit. I wanted to go through the individual pieces that I already have cut out. So this is going to end up being a skirt. And those 2 side panels won't be seen, so all I really cared about was the skirt in the center. And then I have it lined in another piece of the Ankara, and the sides are linen. This will help it stay way down. As far as the bottom, there's going to be some suede on there, and that's just getting rolled over. I'm also doing a suede waistband that will get attached. Everything is pinned for right now. Then we have the sleeves that I've already cut out. It's just a big rectangle and it's lined with linen, and then in those rectangles are little pieces of suede. So from the front, you get this effect. I did this like this because it will make that puckering that you typically see when you're looking at tutor outfits. So basically I cut slits either side here and then pinned those back with the suede. When I go ahead and sew it, I will add a little pin here and a pin here to pinch that top, just like so, and finish these raw edges since they have been cut open. The Ankara shouldn't fray too much, but the linen will fray. So with that combined method of pinching each and every one of these, and the fact that this is a little bit too long for the baby, and the fact that the bottom and the top will be gathered, it will create a nice puckering effect. And those sleeves will be attached to this doublet. I have gone ahead and lined it and pieced everything together. That's the back portion. And then this is the front portion. I'm actually going to cut out a piece of fabric that matches the center portion because this is going to have a false closure. There's going to be a zipper down the center, and then there will be a flap that's pressed over that looks like it's laced up. So it looks like this is more historically made, but it's easier to get the baby in and out of. With that, there is going to be this collar holding a ruff up that is in this dark brown velvet with some linen on it. The cuffs are going to be out of the same thing as the waistband, that mustard suede. And then we have all the tabs to go around the bottom, which is a sand colored velvet. Personally, I prefer to get all of my cutting and pinning done when I'm doing a sewing marathon to go really fast. I don't normally use Dionysus's patterns because I work on shapes and that confuses me. But since he just made a pattern specifically for this piece, I used his pattern for the actual bodice part of the baby's doublet. I find it a lot easier to get all of the small things done before you start a sewing marathon rather than having to stop and start. I wanted to show how I'm doing these slits. So they've been attached in on either side. Now I'm adding a pin in a downward motion so that when this is put together, these slits will pop out. And then I'm doing that right from the back, just like this. I like doing it this way because I can control how big the slits are, which works really well, especially when you're dealing with a very, very tiny arm that has very, very tiny slits on it. So I kind of took a long break from sewing. It's May now, but I was mostly done with this project, so I figured I might as well pick that back up. I now have a new Quantum Singer 9960 sewing machine, and you will definitely see that. I absolutely love it. I'm pretty much at a point now where it's just going to be a lot of straight stitches, a lot of zigzag stitches, and a lot of putting the pieces together, which is the easy part. So let's get into it. I went ahead and pinned the tabs to either hip of the baby, and then I'm just going to secure those with a zigzag stitch. It is velvet and linen, so I just want to make sure that it stays. I'm using this method of securing it because I do want them to stick out a little bit and accent the hip like it would, very Tudor-esque on a real doublet. And then I just layered that last tab right underneath so it sticks out even more and gives a little bit more dimension to that area. Originally, I was going to add a ruff to this. There were going to be a few changes, but I ended up going with the simpler design, not only because of the weather, but comfort for the baby. The baby really, really likes to dress up in these outfits, so the less number of pieces that there are, the better. I added a front panel to this with a few pleats so that I can expand the waistband as the baby gets older. I also added suspenders to the skirt as the skirt is a little bit long, which also works because this can be lengthened as the baby gets a little bit older. This outfit has become an immediate staple to our dress up playtime rotation. For more Juneteenth content, subscribe. We have limited edition Juneteenth shirts available in our shop, link in the description box below. Until next time.